Si te aprieta el pecho, si muerdes tus labios, si estás intranquila, ahí no hay que dudarlo. Estás enamorada, estás enamorada, estás enamorada, estás enamorada.
I'm looking forward to this trip. I've been looking forward to it since I was here in February to check it out. I think we're all going to have a great time. More about meeting with the people. The work that we're going to do is going to really be great, especially up in the mountains where we're bringing water to a community that's never had water, so that's a big thing. I think we're just going to have a great time and meet lots of great people.
Hey Malvern, this is MP Salinas reporting for the Friars Lantern. It is 2 a.m. and I'm here at the O'Neill Center getting ready to leave to the bus for Newark on a service trip to Dominican Republic.
I'm here with Ryan Bradley. Ryan, what are you anticipating for this trip?
I'm looking forward to leaving my comfort zone and working with the kids there. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to get a lot of great experience working with the local people. Looking forward to playing games with the kids and giving them a lot of the stuff that we have here. We're checking a lot of bags that the previous seniors gave to us. So I'm looking forward to seeing their smiles.
I'm pretty excited to go. My mom was actually born in the Dominican Republic and I've never been there. So it's kind of important and special to me. So we'll see how everything goes.
Here with Mac. Mac is also a member of the Friars Lantern. But Mac, what are you anticipating for this trip?
I think it's going to be a good building experience for everybody. I think everyone's going to get exposed to some real diversity that we haven't seen or haven't been exposed to in a long time. I think everyone's going to grow exponentially from this trip.
Hey, they're not from New York City.
It's going to be a good time.
Brendan Paparillo, golfing extraordinaire. And Brendan, what are your thoughts on this service trip?
I'm really excited. I can't wait to do some work. It's going to be really rewarding for all of us and come back really different, and I can't wait.
We didn't have any great anticipations. I was really looking forward to working with the young men of Malvern, not having much experience more than seeing them at a chapel every Christmas Eve. So my expectations were just to see how effective they were working with people they had really never had experience with.
I'm looking forward to experiencing a different way of life and seeing how other people live.
Just got word that Andy has arrived. There he is.
There he is.
The whole gang's here now. What are you guys anticipating for this trip?
The unexpected. Yeah, I can't wait for this trip. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to meeting the kids, building some bridges, some aqueducts, getting work done down in Dominican.
Yes, I concur.
Oh, sorry.
What are you anticipating for this trip?
I don't know. I'm kind of unsure about what it's going to be like. Never traveled outside the country before, so I'm kind of excited. I guess I'm just anticipating meeting all like the kids and everything. It's going to be fun.
We just arrived at Bateyes Margarita. Let's see. And we drove through a lot of sugarcane. And this place was like in the middle of just fields of sugarcane. You couldn't even see anywhere. And then we arrived here, and a lot of people here actually.
He likes you.
Come on. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Ah?
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo se llama?
¿Te gusta el fútbol? ¿Sí?
This is my man Pilo.
Pilo, ¿cómo estás?
¿Te gusta? Pilo está muy bien.
He's shy. Thirsty. I had it running. So guys eating sugar cane, so I decided to try it. It's actually really good. It's like, it's really sweet.
Es bueno.
That's rico. This is Don Enrique. I spoke with him. He's I think he's 57. Really nice man. He cut sugar cane for all of us. I'm holding some. Got a Nino on his shoulders. Really, really nice, genuine people here. This is son. Adios, niños.
¡Corre! 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 ¡Más rápido!
These guys look like they have a cow's head and they're cooking it.
Vodka.
Right there. We're in the Mateo. We're gonna give food to these guys.
That's the head of the cow. You're peeling the skin off of it by pouring the boiling water on top of it and then scraping it with a knife. There's part of the cow that's left. The rest of it's been cooked and eaten already. This is a Creole speaking area.
This Creole?
This gentleman writes songs and he's showing the boys the songs.
This is I'm here with Woody's Aristide, and he's really smart. He speaks English, Creole, and Spanish, and he gave us his phone number. We gave him ours, and that's it, bro.
Okay.
He writes songs and prayers in his book. Here, check this out.
Okay. So
this one's in English.
This song in English.
It's really good.
Lord, my life is in your hands, you know. This, and I'm going to sing for the name of God, you know.
Ryan and I are here, so second to last stop. We hit a lot of bateyes. And the people are really nice. Even the little guys work. Hola.
Hola, chico.
And
Chica.
this is where they bathe. They have like a... Mr. Legner can't take any more sitting in the back. Oh, Ryan and I are sitting back here. Ayun!
Vamos a la playa, a mí me gusta bailar el ritmo de la noche, sounds of fiesta. Vamos a la playa, a mí me gusta bailar el ritmo de la noche, sounds of fiesta. You know we go, where the feeling is right. You know we go, where the groove is hot. You know we go, where the feeling is right. Vamos a la playa, a mí me gusta bailar el ritmo de la noche, sounds of fiesta. Vamos a la playa, a mí me gusta bailar el ritmo de la noche, sounds of fiesta.
Amigos, qué calor, esta máquina Miranda, vamos todos a la playa, vamos todos a gozar. Baila, 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 baila,
Yo, keep going, man.
No, we will not document Mac working. We gotta do a little more here,
Hey, where'd Jim go? Up here. Kind of look.
¿Está aprendiendo? Si te aprieta el pecho, si muerdes tus labios, si estás intranquila, no hay que dudarlo, estás enamorada, estás enamorada.
Entonces, después de terminan ustedes su nombre, vas a dibujar un foto de usted y en el papel. y entonces vas a dibujar una actividad como un deporte o otra actividad que le gusta. Yo escogí el fútbol. ¿Sí? ¿Comprendes? Sí. ¿Comprenden ustedes? Sí.
¿Qué?
¿Sabes?
Ah, necesito un poco más, ¿sí? Ana. ¿Ah? Sí.
¿Cómo dice?
Sibenson. Ah, sí.
Queda bien.
¡Oh! Adiós.
Van a ir a mi casa y se van a sentar todos tranquilitos. Sí. Al paso.
Señorita.
Adiós, muchachos. Adiós.
Hot damn.
Dale un regalito a ella para que te va a quedar a su mamá. A ver,
Hombres con pantalones gatos.
Up to, what did he come up to? He came up to all the guys. He was like, he has a gato. That was like...
Si te aprieta el pecho.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
¿Y qué?
10. Muy bien. Sí. High balance, land.
We're heading over to the caves right now to get a big tour and see what they're all about.
Well, never mind.
Que se te ve y se te ve, se te nota, ya no sé, a ti te delata, la risa en tu boca, tu corazón no para.
Alright, we have spent 5 days here in the bateyes now, helping out the kids, and we are now on the bus, and it's going to be about 4 hours up to the mountains where we're going to start building the aqueducts. So we'll be there in a few hours.
No para y estás enamorada. Coro, 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 no me lo niegues, ella está lista, así te ve, a simple vista, sí, mamá.
Yeah. It's kind of hard, there's a lot of trees. Especially like...
Angels, it's a
Holy cow!
It can't stop how I wonder. I wanna know, have you ever seen me? I wanna know, have you ever seen me? Coming down another day.
We're really deep in the mountains.
We are pushing the truck off a stone in the middle of a field.
We got a lift. We don't push the lift.
Uno, dos, tres!
Just finished up. We're headed back. We got the truck out.
Yeah.
So we're moving along here.
We're 4x4.
We got some great work in.
We're still living the
Got some
sueño.
great work in. Still living the viviendo el sueño. But we're looking forward to putting those pipes in tomorrow. See what kind of work we can get done for the aqueduct.
No hay que dudarlo, nada. Sí, sí, no lo niegues, no lo dudes, no.
It's on, don't worry. Forward. Uh-oh. Get out, come on! It's on. That's awesome. That's really good.
Yeah, look at this. I gotta point at myself now. Whee! Day 2 up in the mountains. We get to get under this barbed wire fence.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
I did it.
Fine, how to flip the spare.
Yeah.
Right. Jack, go for it.
Oh, wait.
Now?
Yep, go.
Your head down.
Go. Ah, buddy, good job.
Yo, I got that on camera.
Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Work, 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 work. Diamonds all in my ring, gold watches, gold chain, 100,000 champagne. Yeah, my money insane. Yeah, I'm making it rain, but I was just on a plane, buying gear, flying here. What you heard is my
my time of year. If I'm in the club, I get 100 stacks. I'm on letting the lamps up so I get love for that. Stole my swag, but I don't want it back. I was on this, but now I'm on to that. You see it in my closet before it's on the rack. Was out there in Hawaii, now I'm going back. I got so much money, I should start a bank. So much paper right in front of me, it's hard to think. Buy so many bottles, it's gonna be hard to drink. But I'm still growing up, and my family here, and they planning to go so the bigger the bill, the harder you ball. Well, I'm throwing mine, cause my money long.
This is where we had lunch.
The faster you go, that's where I come from. The only the bigger the bill, the harder you ball. Well, I'm throwing mine, cause my money long. The quicker you
We just finished the trench. It's really far. It's like, we literally dug through 2 mountains.
2 vertical hills. Vertical. 180 degrees. I can't even change.
Living the dream. 90 degrees. Living the dream. 2012 DR.
This world, girl, you know I'm a star. Used to buy rounds, but now we buy the bar. Last year they had to ask, now they.
Cut me off him. Just because it's long. That's why they put it that way. But try to hold it firm for loose so you can have it so good. You can do
I thought this was one of the greatest things I've ever done at Malvern. It was absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad I got to come here. I really felt like everything we did here really helped the people there. Like I could just see when the kids were running around just with big smiles on their faces that we really impacted them. Like we made a difference in their lives. Like we were there for maybe 3-4 hours, but those 3-4 hours to them was like Christmas. That I've never seen kids like that happy before with so little. It just really opened my eyes to like this whole new world that you never really imagined is there. And it's just incredible how happy these kids are with so little. They have nothing, yet they're happier than I am most of the time.
I really enjoyed this trip here to the DR. It was one of the best weeks of my life. I'd never been out of the country before, and it just, what the kind of work that we did, it meant something to everyone that we touched and everyone that we worked with. It, even though in the long run it doesn't really have a widespread impact to the country, what we did and touched people's lives, that's what made it great. And that had an impact on me, just seeing the kind of happiness that we could bring to all the children there, and the kind of the smiles that I could see on their faces. And the other thing that allowed me to enjoy it was just being with my brothers here at Malvern, and just being with everyone, like all the inside jokes. We must have had like 50 this week, but it was just an incredible time, and I would recommend it to anyone in the junior class looking forward to deciding what kind of trip they want to look for. This is the trip for you.
I enjoyed it thoroughly, not just of the things that we did for fun, like whitewater rafting or anything like that, but even the work that we did was fulfilling in many ways, and I really think we did have an impact on the people that we did service for. Like the Aqueduct, we're getting water to a village that never had it, and helping Cecilio out, we helped him out in work that probably would have taken him months to continue doing by himself. And I really would recommend this trip because not only are you doing work to help people, but you're also having fun at the same time, and there's a nice easy balance. Viviendo el sueño.
I really enjoyed this service trip. It was one of the most all-in-all enjoyable and fun experiences in my whole life for the past 9 days. And I think the biggest impact we had was probably in digging the trench to the village in the mountains. That's really important. Their school doesn't have running water, so we can get it for their bathrooms, for drinking water, for washing water. It's really unsanitary conditions that they have right now, so it'll really help them out. The thing that impacted me the most was probably Celilio. He's a man who works on a farm that services the bateyes. He had an extremely hard work ethic and was just a great man to talk to and work with. I would definitely recommend this trip to anyone who's thinking about taking it, especially all next year's juniors, and I hope they're lining up really early to take this trip next year. And I think the best part of the trip, the most enjoyable part was probably today, the last day in San Domingo, walking around, eating dinner, dancing, riding the bus. It was just
I really enjoyed our trip to the Dominican Republic. I enjoyed most being able to bond with my friends, but most of all, I enjoyed helping people out who need help, and people that have close to nothing. It really feels great to be able to help people who need help. And the biggest impact that this trip had on me was probably a town up in the mountains that has no water at all, and we were able to help the process to build an aqueduct to bring them water, and I think that just had such a large impact because we have so much water in the States, and they struggle just to get a little bit.
Our service trip to the Dominican Republic was truly a life-changing experience. We formed some incredible bonds with the Malvern Brothers, created a brotherhood within the Malvern Brotherhood, and I am truly glad that I chose it as my first choice, and I would highly recommend that you do the same next year as you're choosing your service trips. Everything we did was a complete impact on the people we were helping, but it was also a give and take. So we helped them, and then they helped us. They changed our perspective on life, made us see it from a different angle, changed our work ethic. These people are truly incredible people, and it helps us become the better people all the more for being with them and experiencing what we were able to do and what we were able to accomplish to help them and to help ourselves. We dug aqueducts to help get fresh water to a school. We went whitewater rafting, so we had fun, and we also did a lot of work. And I really feel that the trade-off from work and fun was really what made this service trip something really special.
I definitely enjoyed my trip to the Dominican Republic this week. It's definitely a good trip, something that I'm going to remember for some time. I definitely believe we had an impact on the people we saw. We changed their lives and changed how they kind of functioned and stuff like that. And I believe they really affected us too. Kind of changed my whole opinion on the Dominican Republic and stuff like that. I would definitely recommend going next year. It's a perfect mix of like working hard, playing hard, having fun, making a difference. And the best part, I'd have to say, would be driving along in the van and seeing the kids run along as we're going to the bateyes. So
I really enjoyed the service trip in the Dominican Republic. This is one of the most incredible experiences I had in my Malvern career, and I'm really grateful to do it, especially because I'm half Dominican and I've never been to my country, and coming down here I really got to experience what it's like here firsthand, and I really thank Malvern for that opportunity. And I think we did make an impact, and I think I made an impact on some of the people, but I believe it was more like a short-term type of impact, and there's still a lot of work to be done, and I want to stay involved. And the people really impacted me because they really had next to nothing, and they were the most genuine, kind, Christian people I've ever met in my life. And I definitely think that upcoming juniors, I think that you'd be foolish not to pick this as your
Yeah, I absolutely enjoyed this trip. It was one of the most thoroughly enjoyable experiences of my life. I feel like the thing that we did that was the most impactful throughout this entire trip was digging that ditch that they're going to use later to lay the pipe to bring water to that village. It started in 1998, and up until when we finished our work, it was 2 weeks being completed, and I really think we had a crucial part in that completion. The thing that impacted me the most personally was going to the bateyes and spending time with those kids, because even though they had little to none, they were just satisfied with what was dealt with them, and it made me realize that it's not about what you have or the amount you have, it's just being happy with what you have. I would absolutely recommend this trip. It was one of the most fulfilling and just thoroughly enjoyable experiences I've ever had in my life. And the best part for me was just being able to spend all this time with my Malvern brothers and get to bond with them more and kind of meet kids that I knew going into this trip but didn't really know too well, and got to really know them better and form.
I absolutely enjoyed this trip. It really gave me an opportunity to step outside of my comfort zone and experience different parts of the world that I had never been to or seen as far as lifestyles. The biggest impact that this trip had on me was probably meeting the kids from the bateyes. They really have nothing, but their happiness is just so contagious. It was awesome just playing with them for a couple afternoons. I'd like to think we made an impact as far as digging aqueducts go. We're trying to bring water to a village that never received it before. I would definitely recommend this trip. It's really a great experience, and there's not really a best part I can single out. Just being with all the guys is really a great experience and really helps the trip go by fast.
I thoroughly enjoyed this trip. I thought it was a very satisfying and fulfilling experience with great people and a great location. I feel like we made a big impact on the people in the local area by digging the aqueduct and providing them with water that they wouldn't have had before. I was very impacted by the smiles on the small children's faces. They really had nothing, and we gave them everything just by helping them throughout their day. I'd recommend this trip not just to anyone from Malvern looking for a service trip, but anyone in general. I think it was a great location. We really did good work. And the best part of it was building relationships with my friends that I would not have had before.
Hi, my name's Harry Stickley again. I was one of the chaperones. The best part of the trip for me was the impact I felt that we did make as a group on bringing people water in the mountains. Water, something so basic that we all take for granted, they simply don't have. As far as the trip in general, I felt overall for the young men from Malvern that went on it, it was a really good experience, something they will take with them pieces of this trip and have left pieces of themselves with the people that they have interacted with. Would I recommend it? I strongly would recommend it to anyone that wants to do service. I think this trip, like I said before, with something as simple as water is so very important, and even just a week out here or a couple days digging can make such a huge impact to the people. So that's what I feel is most important.
Hi. This was the Dominican Republic trip, and it was absolutely fantastic. I'm thrilled I was on this trip. A great group of guys this year. Probably the best part was working in the bateyes, sugarcane fields with the Haitian people who are basically slaves there. For me, I think we made an impact with the kids of letting them know that there are people on the outside who know that they're there and who care about them. The whole trip was fantastic as far as I'm concerned, and the group of guys that were here were probably the best group that I've ever been with. I'm very happy to have been here with them, and hopefully someday they'll all come back.
Si te aprieta el pecho, si muerdes tus labios, si estás intranquila, ahí no hay que dudarlo. Estás enamorada, estás enamorada, estás